share screen. Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
sure.
madam.
Right.
Okay.
So it is also reflected on how we handle negative emotions and events as well. So आप अच्छा महसूस करते हैं, आप काम अच्छे से कर रहे हैं, वही एक जरिया नहीं है जानने का कि आप मानसिक रूप से कितने स्वस्थ हैं. जब कोई नेगेटिव इवेंट होता है, कोई किसी तरह का क्राइसिस होता है, स्पेशली लाइक दिस कोविड हैज टेकन अस ऑल बाय सरप्राइज. हम सब के सब किसी ना किसी तरह से अफेक्टेड है. भगवान की कृपा से अगर परिवार में किसी को कुछ नहीं हुआ है तो कोई ना कोई जान पहचान में किसी को हुआ है. किसी का पूरा प्रोसेस ऑफ डीलिंग विद कोविड वुड हैव बीन ट्रॉमेटिक, और द फैक्ट दैट यू ऑल आर यंग people and you are stuck at home. आपके कॉलेज का पूरा एक साल जो the phase of being in college वो आपके पास नहीं है, एनर्जी आपके पास इतनी है पर वो आप कहीं यूटिलाइज नहीं कर सकते, चैनलाइज नहीं कर सकते, एक सेंस ऑफ रिस्ट्रिक्टेडनेस है. उस पे या तो हम दुखी हो सकते हैं कि देखो क्या हो गया, हमारे यूथ का इतना बड़ा हिस्सा हमारे कॉलेज लाइफ का एक हिस्सा चला गया, या हम ये सोच सकते हैं कि वॉट एवर लाइफ थ्रोज एट आप सबने सुना होगा इंस्टाग्राम पे एवरीथिंग व्हेन लाइफ थ्रोज लेमन्स एट यू, राइट? सो वी ऑल कैन थिंक ऑफ व्हाट वी कैन डू व्हेन लाइफ थ्रोज लेमन्स एट अस. सो सिमिलरली हम नेगेटिव चीजों को कैसे हैंडल करते हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो अ रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ हाउ साइकोलॉजिकली वेल वी आर. जैसे WHO की डेफिनेशन है कि health is not absence of illness. Similarly, absence of distress does not mean that we are necessarily well, right? So when we say we are well, we need to be looking at a holistic sense of well-being. Every aspect of our emotional health needs to be intact, and we will understand, besides the significance of it, 5 such tips or capsules, as we have been saying, to practice so that we can at least enhance this aspect of our well-being. Is the screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
मेरे पास I don't know whiteboard आ गया, so I was wondering how is it visible to everyone. Apologies for this.
फिर से शेयर कर लीजिए.
Now it is coming.
Yeah,
Yes.
just
Now visible. Now visible.
Right. Yeah. So moving to the next one. What is the significance of understanding psychological wellness? Now, this is exactly my domain because I also want you to do, सिर्फ क्योंकि एक lecture organize किया जा रहा है और इस कारण से आपको attend करना है, you may or may not know the reasons why we should be paying attention to it. That is the reason I'm trying to sell this off to you कि psychological well-being के क्या-क्या फायदे हैं ताकि आप उसको समझ के उस पर कार्यान्वित कर सकते हैं. You can actually act on them. First is research. Most of what I'm showing you here, or either everything that I'm going to share with you today, is backed by significant research. I'll be sharing references in the end. If you want, you can read more about that. So people who have a higher sense of psychological well-being are found to live longer and a healthier life. ना सिर्फ आपकी उम्र लंबी होती है, but आप अच्छे से उस उम्र को जी भी सकते हैं. They report to have a better quality of life. You are happier in most aspects of your life: social, occupational, physical, emotional, spiritual, all aspects of your life. People who are psychologically well tend to report higher levels of satisfaction in other aspects of life as well. They're less likely to engage in deviant behavior, specifically your age people, when you are prone to distractions, when you are prone to being sometimes misled. So दिग्भ्रमित होने के chances कम हो जाते हैं और किसी भी तरीके का addiction, which may sound fashionable, lucrative, peer pressure के तहत हम experiment करना चाहें, उन सब की होने की the probability of that would be reduced if you are feeling psychologically good. It is also a predictor of better financial status. As we move forward, you will realize research has shown that people who feel psychologically well tend to make more money than people who do not. Also, very importantly, the given times, the people who have report to have psychological wellness or feel psychologically well, they also tend to show pro-social behavior. Pro-social behavior matlab hum jo dusre ke liye karte hain, and specifically with regards to volunteering for social causes. Giving an example of what my parents taught when we were growing up was one very simple thing which has stayed with me, that my father used to say, apne liye pashu bhi ji leta hai. Right? So you would see if a lion of course, lion is they move in a pack. So when they attack an animal and kill an animal for their meal, they share it with only their family, right? But no other animal which is not living in a pack will do it for the entire jungle. Ki like, chalo hum strong hai, sher akela ghumta hai, sher bole, I'll hunt for everyone. No one does it. But as humans, we do have a choice, we do have an option, we do have a probability of doing good for others as well besides ourselves. So that's what probably makes us different from an animal, though we are of course social animals. But when we are feeling psychologically whole, we also have the probability of helping others, which is the most beautiful thing about being human, that we are able to help others. And that is something which could be reflected in people, like, and especially आप यहाँ पे देखा होगा, चाहे वो सोनू सूद का एग्जाम्पल ले लीजिए, who helped so many migrants reach back their respective destinations, या nameless people who are running kitchens in their house to feed people, multiple celebrities जो बिना नाम के frontline workers को serve कर रहे हैं, help कर रहे हैं, donations दे रहे हैं, crowdsourcing हो रही है, crowd funding हो रही है with regards to that. There are a lot of researchers I know who are doing crowdsourcing to come up with a viable solution. How can they, various aspects related, medical aspects related to COVID could be, the negative impact could be minimized. All these things are being done by people probably who are psychologically more whole. Or if any one of you wishes to be contributing in that way, being psychologically well could increase your chances of gaining all of these. So before we go forward to those 5 tips or capsules to make ourselves psychologically whole, let's answer a few questions for ourselves. This could be done by students, this could be done by us. You don't have to tell an answer to me, but these are questions you must raise to yourself and answer to yourself. First is, how do you feel throughout the day? And I'm not talking about specifically good days or specifically bad days, not like the earlier days of COVID. Yeah, right now you're saturated by the lockdown or the restrictions, but generally, our pandemic se pehle ka kahi apni dincharya dekh lijiye. How do you feel throughout the day? Good, bad, not so good? Which of the options works for you? Are you content while you're at work, at home or at play? आप चाहे कॉलेज पे हैं, चाहे घर पे हैं, चाहे दोस्तों के साथ हैं या खेल रहे हैं, how do you feel? Are you at peace? Are you happy with the way things are? Are you frustrated when performing certain tasks or during certain times of the day? कुछ काम करने में आप लोगों को बहुत तकलीफ होती है, या बहुत गुस्सा आती है, या बहुत खुन्नस होता है, या इरिटेशन होता है, एंड कुछ पार्ट ऑफ द डे, सुबह मॉर्निंग ऑफिस में जाने के लिए, कॉलेज जाने के लिए, या रात को जब नींद नहीं आ रही, या रात को शाम को कहीं बाहर नहीं निकल सकते, whichever, like any kind of restrictions you may feel and specifically makes you frustrated during the day or during certain tasks that you perform? Or do you feel satisfied with your life, or you are frustrated only about certain aspects of it? Now, why am I asking these questions is कि ये कुछ questions जो हैं आपको they will give you an idea about what aspect of your life you are not happy with, whether it's work, whether it's play, whether it's relationships, whether it's the kind of job that you're doing, or whether it's a kind of course or with people, whatever your area of discomfort, whichever area your discomfort comes from, this will help you identify that. And once you identify, it is easier for you to know what you should be doing about it. So once we have identified what is missing from our lives or what needs to be changed, then let's make SMART goals. SMART. This is something I have taken from theories, which one of the theories in psychology with regards to motivation, which is called as goal setting theory. And they say that once we have certain goals set for our lives, it automatically motivates us to work in that direction. So SMART is an abbreviation of 5 aspects of goals that whenever, आज तो हम साइकोलॉजिकल वेलनेस की बात कर रहे हैं, पर आप कभी भी किसी भी प्रकार का कोई ध्येय अपने लिए निश्चित करते हैं, तो इन 5 चीजों को अगर आप ध्यान रखेंगे, तो chances of you fulfilling or you reaching that goal successfully are way higher than if we make abstract goals for ourselves. So what are the 5 aspects of goals or characteristics of goals which makes it SMART? First is being specific. Exactly what you wish to do. मुझे successful होना है is a very broad term. Successful किस में होना है, कैसे होना है, success के parameters क्या हैं आपके लिए? As specific as possible, easier for you to chalk out what needs to be done. Measurable. आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि जो आप करना चाहते थे वो आप कर पाए हैं? So what you set out for, you have achieved that. That could be measured. So when you said successful and you said मुझे 50,000 rupees at least in a month कमाने हैं, that's just a random figure I'm speaking of. So measurable would be, you would be able to measure your success when you are able to earn 50,000. But if you say मुझे पैसे कमाने हैं, पर पैसे कमाना तो 100 रुपए दिन में कमाना और 100 करोड़ साल में कमाना, मुकेश अंबानी भी कमा रहा है और एक रिक्शा पुलर भी कमा रहा है. So how do we know what success is for us? The second aspect of a SMART goal is when you're able to measure it. Third is achievable. अक्सर हम unrealistic goals अपने लिए set करते हैं, unrealistic expectations अपने लिए रखते हैं. And those of you जिन्होंने पिछली बार stress management का workshop attend किया था, तो आपको याद होगा कि एक specific characteristic जो हमने कहा था which leads to dissatisfaction is unrealistic expectations. हम जितना संभव है उससे कहीं ज्यादा की उम्मीद करते हैं और जब वो नहीं होता तो फिर हम हतोत्साहित हो जाते हैं, हमारा अपने से विश्वास कम हो जाता है and we have lesser motivation to go forward. So when you are making goals for yourself, you also need to be understand more realistic about कि उनको पाने की संभावना क्या है, उनको पूरा होने की संभावना क्या है. How achievable are your goals? अगर आपने कभी let's say आपको फ्रांस की एक यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ना है, राइट, और आपको पता है कि उसके लिए फ्रेंच आना जरूरी है, उनका प्री रिक्विजिट है कि मे बी एवरीबडी शुड नो फ्रेंच एंड इतना पैसा लगेगा और इतना टाइम लगेगा, बट आप ना फाइनेंशियली अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं, ना आपने फ्रेंच सीखी है और ना ही आपके पेरेंट्स आपको बाहर जाने देंगे. उस गोल को अगर आप अपना पैरामीटर बना के चलेंगे तो फिर आपको दुखी होगा, ना आपकी तरफ से कोई इफर्ट उस गोल को पूरा करने में जा रहा है, ना परिवार की तरफ से सपोर्ट होगा, ना ही फाइनेंशियली वायबल है. सो देयर इज नो पॉइंट मेकिंग अ गोल व्हिच यू नो एट द बिगिनिंग इटसेल्फ कि वो पूर्णतः आप नहीं उसको फुलफिल कर पाएंगे. सो द गोल्स नीड टू बी अचीवेबल, जो आपके सामर्थ्य में हो, फिजिकल, फाइनेंशियल, इमोशनल सामर्थ्य में हो, उसके हिसाब से अपने गोल तय करना है. रिवॉर्डिंग, जब आप उसको पा लें, राइट, तो जो भी आप अपना सक्सेसफुल एंडेवर को पूरा करना चाहते हैं, जब आप उस पर सक्सीड हो जाएं तो आपको एक सेंस ऑफ सेटिस्फैक्शन, एक सेंस ऑफ रिवॉर्ड मिलना चाहिए कि हाँ, दिस इज व्हाट आई हैड सेट आउट फॉर एंड दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव गॉट. So it has to be specifically rewarding for you. If others are benefited, even better, but it should mean that it is something which means more than others, but to you it feels like you've achieved what you set out for. And then lastly, you cannot have an indefinite period of time to decide कि उसको कैसे fulfill करेंगे. Successful होना है, कब तक है उसकी कोई सीमा हमने तय नहीं की. Obviously then वो आप उस दिशा में बढ़े जा रहे हैं and it is a never ending path. So you would have to decide that this is the time I'm going to give myself. So for example, you want to be a veterinary surgeon, right? और veterinary surgeon आपको किसी इस a particular university या a particular country में जाके करना है. आप अपने आप को कुछ समय देंगे कि 5 साल में मुझे अपना गोल पूरा करना है, और 5 साल में नहीं हुआ तो what is my plan B going to be like, right? If not this university, what is the next university? You look at it, each of your goal would be linked by all of these things, right? So I have gone a little more in detail about this, though it is not specifically related to psychological wellness. आप कोई भी गोल, आपको डॉक्टर ने कहा है वजन कम करना है, आपको लाइफस्टाइल डिसऑर्डर है, आपको टाइप 1 डायबिटीज है, कुछ भी, या आपको आज से सुबह जल्दी उठना है, या आपको अच्छा खाना खाना है, आपको जंक फूड छोड़ना है, छोटे से लेकर बड़ा कोई भी आप गोल रखें, अगर इन 5 नियमों का ध्यान रखेंगे तो वो गोल आपके लिए अकम्प्लिश करना आसान होगा. सो इन 5 चीजों को ध्यान में रखते हुए विल टेक यू टू द 5 aspects of psychological wellness that we can start practicing from today. So these are the 5 aspects of psychological well-being that I wish you all to start with. And I may say so, जरूरी नहीं है कि सिर्फ स्टूडेंट्स पे एप्लीकेबल हो. ये सारी चीजें हम हर उम्र के हर पड़ाव पे हमको काम आएंगे. तो any one of us can practice it and go back to it each time. First and foremost, I'm starting with something which mostly youngsters struggle with, is finding a purpose. If अगर आप दिशा विहीन हैं तो obviously आप अच्छा महसूस नहीं कर सकते. So कुछ भी चीज as simple as कि आप रोज चिड़ियों को पानी रखेंगे, ये आपका एक छोटा पर्पस हो सकता है लाइफ का. आप चिड़िया को दाना डालेंगे, आप रोज 5 रुपए की किसी की मदद करेंगे, आप रोज 1 घंटा पढ़ेंगे, आप रोज अगर आपको डांस, सॉन्ग, पेंटिंग, रीडिंग, राइटिंग कुछ भी पसंद है, आप उस पर रोज कुछ समय देंगे। कोई भी चीज जो आपको उद्देश्य देती है, it gives you a sense of purpose. So what is purpose? Purpose is having a why do I want to do it? You should know what you want to do and why do you want to do. It should align with your values. Picking up something जिसके लिए आपका आत्मा, आपके morals, आपका परिवार शायद agree ना करे, वो purpose रखना आपके लिए conflicting नहीं होगा. So it is very important. It has been taken by an organization called Wayfinder. They have defined purpose as this. So when you find out what you wish to do, it aligns with what your value system is. It is personally fulfilling. वो आपके लिए meaningful है, आपको खुशी देता है, आपको satisfaction देता है. And as I said, पशु के beyond जाना, अपने beyond जाना, as and also has benefits beyond yourself. ना सिर्फ आपके लिए फायदेमंद है, पर उसका the residual effect or carryover effect could be for others as well. That is a kind of a purpose we all should have, and it doesn't have to be a big one, big charity, big thing. It is as simple as कि आप अपने पड़ोस में, अपने घर में आने वाले किसी काम करने वाले व्यक्ति के बच्चे की पढ़ाई में मदद कर सकते हैं, उसको हफ्ते में 1 घंटा पढ़ा सकते हैं, या आप किसी बच्चे की एजुकेशन अडॉप्ट कर. I mean, I don't know what could be your purpose, because we all have our own sense of purpose and purposes per se. We'll have to find your own purpose. There are certain things which I can tell you that once you find your own purpose, what are the various benefits which you may reap as a result of it. First is you will have fewer health complaints. आप देखिए जो लोग ड्रिवन होते हैं, जिन लोगों के पास कोई उद्देश्य होता है, वो बहुत कम ऐसा होगा कि उनके पास या तो वो बीमार कम पड़ेंगे या उनको बहुत क्विकली रिकवर कर जाएंगे, because their goal is calling them, right? They have something to accomplish. So as a result, they may also take care of themselves. Probably that could be in the background, but they have been reportedly having fewer health complaints. They live longer, and very importantly for your generation, they also make more money, right? So if you have a vision, you can look at the number of people, number of your age generation people who have been able to come up with such apps which are being sold for billions of rupees, right? Or billions of dollars for that matter. तो अगर पर्पस है, जरूरी नहीं है कि मॉनेटरीली ही पर्पसफुल हो आपके लिए, आप छोटा गोल अपने लिए तय कर सकते हैं. ईच सक्सेसफुल गोल विल पुश यू टुवर्ड्स मेकिंग अ बिगर गोल, बट द beginning of that is that we all need to have a purpose. दिशा विहीन लाइफ हमेशा आपको ज्यादा तकलीफ देगा, राइट? और कहते हैं ना, खाली दिमाग शैतान का घर. सो अगर आपके पास कुछ करने को नहीं है, so chances are your mind would go awry. So it is important that we all find a purpose which drives us. Second, given the current times or otherwise, there is no bigger satisfying thing than being able to help somebody else. And as a saying goes, hand that gives gathers. जो देता है वो पाता भी है, right? So आप कभी भी देख लीजिए, आपने जब किसी की दिल से मदद की होगी, it's not just the other person who got benefited, you also felt so good about the aspect of giving, right? So practicing kindness gives you a sense of meaning as well. A recent research has shown that if you practice kindness, 2 feel-good hormones, endorphins and oxytocin, both are released in our body. So that's an emotional response to an act of kindness. You will feel good about yourself and happier with it. And once you start practicing, it becomes a part of our second nature. It is almost like, this is who I am. This is a part of how you identify or you define your identity as. And it will always, always benefit you. And research has also shown that ones who are kinder to others, they also tend to heal faster. So by the virtue of the fact that the others bless you with good things because of your acts of kindness, or the fact that being kind to others makes you feel so good within yourself that it could accelerate your healing as well. And as a Chinese proverb says, a bit of fragrance always clings to the hand that gives roses. So a hand that gives gathers. practicing kindness is second thing which we can all start to feel better about ourselves. Then third is expressing gratitude. Now again, in a recent study, the science of paper title Science of Gratitude, it was found, and these are some of the facts which I've taken up, which are generically applicable. The study was more about workplace gratitude. However, these are things which will be applicable to all of us. So the study found that if we are expressing gratitude, being thankful for what we have, it has been found to be positively correlated with sense of happiness as well as a better mood. It also promises higher life satisfaction, better physical health, and it largely facilitates the development of patience, humility, and wisdom in people, right? So expressing gratitude is something which most of us were taught at some point of our lives, that let's be thankful for what we have, then be cribbing about what didn't come our way. Like there is a saying, again, part of my upbringing, that my grandmother, my parents used to say कि जब दुखी हो तो अपने से नीचे व्यक्ति को देखो, उसके पास तुमसे भी कम है, and that will give you a sense of how God has been kinder to you. So whenever, we spoke of it probably last time as well, that हरिवंश राय बच्चन की एक कविता का एक कुछ पंक्तियां हैं कि आपके मन का हो तो बहुत अच्छा, और ना आपके मन का हो तो बहुत अच्छा, और ना हो तो और भी अच्छा, यानी कि वो भगवान की इच्छा, right? So gratitude is in a way kind of a way through which we can actually make ourselves believe that whatever will happen for good, and whatever I have today, I should be thankful for. And that is one way you will have lesser complaints from life. You will have lesser, issues with what is wrong or what is amiss from your life, because you're constantly being grateful for what you already have. So again, it's a quote by a researcher which says that it's not happiness that brings us gratitude, it's gratitude that brings us happiness. So जब हम बोले कि हमारे पास इतना कुछ हो तो हम भगवान के लिए thankful होंगे, तो वो अनंत है, वो कभी भी खत्म नहीं होगा. But the moment we start being grateful for everything we have, we will realize there's so much more we have to be thankful for. But do understand that expressing gratitude is not just about saying thank you for everything. Like, when we were growing up, we would say a bhojan mantra before our meals, thanking God for the food. Christians say grace, and I'm sure every religion has their own respective ways of thanking God or thanking whomsoever they worship for the food on the table. But that's not the only way you are practicing gratitude. Gratitude is an overall sense of being content, atmasantosh, being content with what you have, is actually practicing gratitude. The fourth is, again, with regards to the younger generation, but then all of us can always find our strengths. Find your strengths, what you really are good at. Harness the power of what your strengths are. So you could be any of these, right? This is just an example to tell that not necessarily when we talk about strengths, we need to be saying I'm good at maths, or I'm good at surgery, or I'm good at the sciences that you study, any of the subjects, or I'm good at English. That's not necessarily the only strengths that you would have to. What you could do is you can sit down with a friend or a family friend, whomsoever knows you well, and write down a few things that they think and you agree that you are good at, right? This is the first step of finding your strengths. Second would be when you feel that you're not able to recall very well what you're good at currently, or you are going through a phase जो लगता है मेरे साथ कुछ भी ठीक नहीं हो रहा, then go back to your past and look at the various accomplishments. आपने past में जो भी चीजों में आप successful रहे होंगे, find out about those things, recall those things, and then write them about how did you succeed in those things, and then they become your strengths whenever you're not able to recall those strengths. And lastly, also reflect back on what is holding you back. क्या चीज है जो आपको आपका full potential realize करने से रोक रही है, right? There's an exercise which we do separately as a workshop, but all of you can Google and do it for yourself, which is now called as SWOC, SWOC. पहले उसको SWOT बोलते थे, SWOT analysis. Now it is called as SWOC analysis. And S stands for strengths, W stands for weaknesses, O stands for opportunities, and C stands for challenges or oblique T stands for threats. So आप किसी भी सिचुएशन में जब आप अपने आप को पाएं जहां पे आपको लगता है कि आप ऑब्जेक्टिवली नहीं देख पा रहे हैं या आपको नहीं समझ आ रहा कि आप सिचुएशन पे कैसे डील करें, so doing a SWOT analysis would be a good start to get an insight to how should you go about. But do remember, it's a natural response for all of us कि जब हम down and downs feel कर रहे होते हैं, जब हम इमोशनली एग्जॉस्टेड होते हैं, जब हम अपने लिए अच्छा नहीं महसूस कर पा रहे थे, नॉट फिजिकली बट मेंटली एंड इमोशनली, हम अपनी हर पॉजिटिव चीज को नेगेटिवली इवेलुएट करते हैं। एंड ये वो समय है जब आपको अपनी स्ट्रेंथ्स पे फोकस करना है। इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक हनुमान जी को जामन बताना कि आप में क्या स्ट्रेंथ है, आप what are you capable of, and that's why it is a good idea to do it with a friend or a close family member. So when you can't find the goodness in you or the things which you're good at in yourself, maybe a friend or a close family member would be doing the role of Jamun for you. And yes, of course, taking it back to it, if you find your strength, it will also give you a purpose. Apni strengths ke basis pe, the first thing we said about finding your purpose, they are interlinked. So if you find your strengths, you can define your purpose. Once you define your purpose, you can build on your strengths. Both way it works. And the last one is let go. How many of you actually present here are holding on to some kind of grudge against one or the other person? कुछ ना कुछ छोटी सी चीज उसने मुझसे ऐसे बात किया, he or she मेरी दोस्ती के ऊपर उसकी दोस्ती एक्सेप्ट कर ली, मेरे को हेल्प नहीं किया, मेरे पेरेंट्स के साथ ऐसा किया, हमारे साथ ऐसा किया, कोई ना कोई छोटी से लेकर बड़ी चीज। एंड आई एम नॉट सेइंग वो जस्टिफाइड है या नहीं, वो सही थे या नहीं, बट हम सारे के सारे लोग कोई ना कोई एक ऐसी we are holding on to something or the other which makes us furious, which makes us sad, which makes us vindictive. All negative emotions develop as a result of what we are holding on to. And the last thing when we talk about psychological well-being here is letting go. Letting go is what we say as forgiveness. So once you decide to let go, it is you are freeing yourself from the consequences of holding on to that, whatever that you may be feeling, grief or anger or rejection as a result of someone else's behavior or the consequences of some event. But when you let go, you forgive the situation, you forgive the person, you are putting yourself into the path of freedom. Like they say that forgiveness is important. Like holding a grudge for somebody is like हाथ में कोयला पकड़ना और उम्मीद करना कि सामने वाला जिसके लिए आपके मन में गुस्सा है या नफरत है वो जले, right? So holding on to anger or holding on to resentment is like holding burning coals in your hand, hoping the person for whom it is intended is burning, right? So forgiveness is a self-liberating path. वो आपको मुक्त कर रहा है, वो आपकी भलाई के लिए है, सामने वाले के लिए नहीं है. And why is it important for you is that it also can help you break the patterns which you have had formed in previous relationships of any kind, be it with your siblings, be it with your friends, your colleagues, your seniors, your juniors, any kind of relationship you can look into. So once you forgive and refresh the entire process of forming relationships, you will realize that your past experiences or your past emotions are not guiding your present and future relationships. Forgiveness is about you. Again, it is, you're not doing it, इसमें वो व्यक्ति सही नहीं हो जाता, उसने जो किया वो सही नहीं हो जाता, but उसको अपने मन से हटाने से आप अपने आप को उस पूरे के पूरे व्यवधान से मुक्त कर रहे हैं जिसने आपको इतने समय के लिए जकड़ा हुआ है. So once you forgive people, not in the hope that they will change, they will come and ask you for forgiveness, you let go of any kind of resentment towards people because it's weighing you down. वो आपको नीचे खींच रहा है, वो आपकी growth को कहीं रोक रहा है. So once you forgive people, situations, circumstances, anything, you are absolutely liberating yourself. So as TD Jakes says, that I think the first step is to understand that forgiveness does not exonerate the perpetrator. जिसने जो गलत किया है हम उसको मुक्त नहीं कर रहे उसकी गलती से, but by forgiveness is liberating the victim. जो हमारे साथ गलत हुआ है हम उससे अपने आप को मुक्त कर रहे हैं, उन सारे नेगेटिव इमोशन से अपने आप को मुक्त कर रहे हैं, and as a result it is a gift that we give ourselves. The goal is to help you heal and help you grow. जब हमारा constant focus सामने वाले पे है कि उसने ऐसा क्यों किया, उसके साथ ऐसा हो जाए, हम अपने ऊपर उतना attention नहीं दे रहे जितना हमें देना चाहिए, right? So by letting go of others' faults or by forgiving others, we are bringing back the focus to ourselves, to help ourselves heal, to help ourselves grow. Now, as I said in the beginning, by doing this part of it, a part of you would be whole. You would be leading a more fulfilling, more successful, a better life in many aspects. But at the same time, do remember the environmental, social, occupational, spiritual, emotional wellness are all intertwined. ये सब जुड़े हुए हैं, सब एक ही कड़ी का हिस्सा है. अगर आप एक तरफ से अच्छे तरह से जिंदगी जी रहे हैं और दूसरी तरफ से नहीं जी रहे, तो कहीं ना कहीं उनका एक दूसरे पे स्पिलओवर इफेक्ट रहेगा. सो you will have to ensure that you work on all aspects of your wellness. आपका एक शरीर स्वस्थ है पर मन नहीं है, या मन ठीक है पर शरीर नहीं है, तो कहीं ना कहीं आप you won't be able to enjoy life in a wholesome way. So though we are talking about psychological wellness today, but to live a fulfilling life, you would have to focus on all the other aspects of our well-being as well to live a more fulfilling life. This is something that I want to re-emphasize on. Now, this is the part where for today's session, we require pen and paper. These are certain statements we'll be seeing in the next slide. For each statement, you are supposed to give your, अगर आप, like for example, कुछ हम चीजों के बारे में बात करेंगे जिसमें we are recognizing, accepting and taking responsibility for our feelings. You read each statement carefully, and if you think it always applies to you, almost always applies to you, in front of that statement, give yourself 2 points. If you feel it occasionally applies to you, you give yourself 1 point. If you feel it never or rarely applies to you, you give yourself 0 point for that particular statement. Is that clear to everyone? 2, दो वो चीज आपके साथ हमेशा होती है, 1 पॉइंट अगर कभी कभी होती है, और 0 पॉइंट जो बहुत ही रेयर सिचुएशन में होती है, तब आप उस स्टेटमेंट के लिए अपने आप को 1 पॉइंट देंगे. एंड these are your set of questions. In front of each statement, you can give yourself 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0, whichever you do. And then in 10 statements में आपने जो जो स्कोर दिया है उसको आप टोटल करके आपका एक टोटल सम ऑफ स्कोर आएगा. You let me know. Maximum could be 20 of course, and minimum would be 0. So if you would quickly, not quickly of course, अच्छे से क्वेश्चन पढ़ के उसका जवाब देखिए, पर बहुत समय मत लगाइएगा एक क्वेश्चन पे, बिकॉज दिस इज समथिंग हाउ यू फील. एनालाइज नहीं करना है, आपके फर्स्ट रिस्पॉन्स क्या आता है, आपके उसके बेसिस पे आपको उसको रेट करना है. कोई भी स्टेटमेंट सही या गलत नहीं है, इट इज जस्ट अ रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ हाउ यू फील. सो डोंट थिंक कि आपको 2 विल बी अ हायर स्कोर और 0 वुड बी अ लोअर स्कोर. नो, इफ यू आर ऑनेस्ट टू योरसेल्फ, एंड आपको ये स्कोर मुझे बताने के लिए, अपने टीचर्स को बताने की भी आवश्यकता नहीं है, सेल्फ एनालिसिस है. आप टोटल 20 में से आपका जो स्कोर आएगा आप करके इंडिकेट कर दीजिए इट इज बीन डन, एंड आई विल जस्ट शेयर व्हाट द स्कोर्स मीन. सो यू कुड, इट इज कंप्लीटली एनोनिमस, कॉन्फिडेंशियल, हमें से किसी को नहीं पता चलना कि आपने क्या लिखा है, बट दैट्स माय अपील टू यू. इसलिए आप बी ऑनेस्ट टू योरसेल्फ. जितना ऑनेस्टली आप करेंगे उतना आपको इंसाइट मिलेगा कि व्हाट नीड्स टू बी चेंज्ड. Okay, one of you have shared your score. It is completely optional to share your score or not, but I would appreciate कि अगर आप बता दें ये आपने attempt कर लिया है ताकि हम scoring पे move कर सकें. And I have about almost taken the time. So if you could just quickly tell me if you've finished the exercise, we can go to the scoring. All right, so some of you have started sharing your scores. Thank you for that. So I'm assuming majority of you have done the test. I take you back to, I take you to the, what does the score mean? So the total score out of 20, whatever you have got, if you've got between 50 to 20, so that means with regards to your psychological wellness, you are at a good place. It's an excellent score and you're doing well currently. And do understand ये based on your current emotional level है. कल को स्थिति आपके अनुसार नहीं होती तो आपका response towards these items would vary, right? So we'll have to keep coming back to and finding the meaning over and over again. कोई भी चीज ऐसे नहीं है जो unless आप regularly practice करें वो बदलेगा नहीं. अगर आप इन 5 चीजों को regularly practice करेंगे then आपका score consistently towards a higher side ही रहेगा. पर आज आपने 5 मिनट के लिए practice किया और फिर छोड़ दिया और सोचे कि आपकी emotional wellness ठीक हो जाएगी. No, it is not going to be. Anything which is permanent, anything which is beneficial requires hard work, and there are no shortcuts to life on that. If you have scored anywhere between 9 to 14 points, yes, you still are in a better place in your life, but there is a room for improvement. You look at the items in which you have scored 1 or 0. So I could probably share this list of items with Professor Dr. Singh, and you can go back and see kahan pe 1 or 0 hai. So that means those are the areas of your life where you need to work upon so that you could improve on that aspect of your life. And in case anybody who has scored between 0 to 8, so maybe currently you're not in a position where you feel life is treating you well, or you are doing a better job of dealing with what life is throwing at you. And you should probably start looking at where you have scored 0 and 1 and how you can improve upon those situations or those challenges in your life so as to start feeling more in charge of what is happening with you and how you're responding to it. So the idea of this entire exercise is कि जहाँ पे आपको लगता है कि कुछ कमी है उसकी पूरी तरह से भरपाई करके पूर्ति करके we could restore and bring a sense of balanced wellness in our lives. But after we have done this exercise, and this is a question to everyone, not just for students, let's ask ourselves that how importantly and how recently have we, how many of us and how recently have we practiced any of this? How many of us have actually performed a random act of kindness? Doing something for somebody without thinking of इससे हमें क्या फायदा होगा, and not doing it for social media कि भैया आपने किसी जगह पे आपने 10,000 डोनेट किए, 20,000 डोनेट किए, 2,000 डोनेट किए, मंदिर में सेवा की, कार सेवा की, ईद में खाना खिलाया, any of those things, and उसको social media पे दिखाने के लिए क्या, then it is not an act of kindness. Then there is something you are gaining out of it. A random act of kindness would mean that you did it for the purpose of you wanted to do it, not thinking कि उसका आपको कुछ प्रसाद मिलेगा, literally बिना फल की चिंता किए हुए कर्म करना और जो दूसरे को फायदा देता है. How many of we have done a random act of kindness? Have just sent a just thinking of you note, calling up people, writing to them without a purpose, without an occasion, without work. अक्सर हम लोग मैसेज फोन तभी करते हैं जब काम होता है या चलो ओकेजन होता है, किसी का बर्थडे है, एनिवर्सरी है, प्रमोशन हो गया, फलाना ठिकाना, अच्छे बुरे ओकेजन्स में हम किसी को याद करते हैं. Randomly we have reached out to people just saying, thinking about you, right? How often have we done that? And let me tell you, we last year जब COVID लॉकडाउन शुरू हुआ था तो all the fraternity, psychology fraternity में we had made a group of people. Besides counseling, we all had pledged that हम every day 5 people in our contact list, जिनसे हमारी सालों से बात नहीं हुई, महीनों से बात नहीं हुई, we will just call up and ask them how they're doing, just like that. And would you believe majority of us gave the feedback that these people were happy to hear somebody calling them up without any ulterior motive, without any work, without any occasion, just calling up to ask, how are you doing? And those conversations went on for hours, and specifically with the geriatric population, people who were older, they were so happy to have someone to talk to and, you know, share whatever they were going through, right? So this is one thing which you can do when, you know, when you're kind of content with yourself. You know, you can only lend yourself to others when you are complete within yourself, right? अब खाली बर्तन किसी दूसरे के पात्र में पानी नहीं दे सकता ना, कुछ भी नहीं दे सकते. So once you're full yourself, then only can you pour from your bowl. Kept a journal, right? Many of us may not feel very comfortable talking to others, sharing with others. So, but जो बातें कहीं नहीं जाती, एक शेर है, वो कहीं नहीं जाती, right? So if you do not get it off our chest, जो चीज हमें परेशान कर रही है, वो हम नहीं कहीं पे कहते, वो कहीं ना कहीं सिमर करते रहेंगे और फिर कभी किसी दिन वो फूट के बाहर निकलते हैं. So अगर हमारे पास ऐसा कोई व्यक्ति नहीं है, परिवार में दोस्त कोई नहीं है जिससे हम बात कर सकते हैं, मन की बात कर सकते हैं, तो writing a journal is something which is very, very therapeutic. It's very cathartic. You can actually write everything without any barrier, without any inhibition, because उसको पढ़ने वाले आप हैं, आपको कोई जज नहीं करेगा, but it is one way of getting it out of your system. And apologized or forgiven someone you have meant to, right? किसी से क्षमा मांग लेना और किसी को क्षमा कर देना, दोनों ही चीजें आपको, you know, they take the weight off you. If you have done that recently, if not, it's about time you do it. Practicing any of these things, you will see they would liberate you and they would make you feel so much better than you feel currently, right? And doing it as often as possible, we're only ensuring कि हम अपना psychological capital जो है उसको बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं, अपना emotional wellness quotient जो है उसको better ही करते जा रहे हैं. So doing it as often as possible will reap benefits that you can't even think of right now. And those of us who have not done it, and specifically this request and appeal goes to students, then maybe let's treat आपकी faculty, आपके college administration या talk रखवाई इसलिए है, and मैंने ये topic suggest इसलिए किया that this is a sign that you've been looking for, right? So इस workshop को आप वो संकेत मान के चलिए कि अब जो जिंदगी में हम बदलाव लाना चाहते हैं, उस बदलाव लाने की शुरुआत यहाँ से होगी. I'm not saying कि I'm a catalyst, I'm the one who will bring the change for you, but maybe this workshop can act as a catalyst. आपके वो inertia को overcome करने के लिए just the push that you are requiring can come from this, and I really hope it comes from this. With this, we end the session. These are some of the references that I have used for the presentation. If you're interested, I can share them with you. They give insight to a lot of things with regards to psychological wellness. And towards the end, the resources belong to their respective owners. My urgent appeal to all of you to please stay home and stay safe. Thank you and God bless. And with this, I finish my presentation. Thank you for your patient hearing.
थैंक यू मैडम फॉर योर एक्सीलेंट डेलिब्रेशंस. और आज मुझे भी हम लोगों को, मुझे खुद भी बहुत कुछ चीज़ों को इम्प्रूव करने का मौका मिला. अपने खुद में मैंने देखा कि कुछ भी हमारे में भी कमियां हैं जिस पे हम वर्क कर सकते हैं, एंड इट कैन बी इम्प्रूव्ड बाय डूइंग दिस व्हाटएवर एक्सरसाइज यू हैव एंड प्रैक्टिस यू हैव सजेस्टेड. नाउ आई रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर सर for his concluding remarks. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. G.D. Singh. At the very outset, I convey my very sincere appreciation and thanks to Dr. Madhulika for being so generous and coming with this series of lectures. And we had the second lecture today, and this has been, taken us to a different paradigm of psychological well-being, which we don't cover in our syllabi and in our curricula, but we have to deal from day to day, and it is so very important for all of us. As he told about holistic, well-being, and that so many paradigms which don't require any financial inputs or interventions, which do not require any physical resources, we can easily adopt by making behavioral changes and changes in our aptitude. So you can ponder more, you can see the references, you can discuss with the friends. And this is not only during this pandemic that this has become relevant. This is relevant for us all the time, and more so during the period of when we have some kind of stress or some tragic events. We are passing through a difficult time. So this happens, and many things we see in day-to-day life. स्वीकार करना, जैसे या प्लीज स्वीकार करना कि कैसे स्थिति है. कोरोना को ही काफ़ी लोग डिनाई करना चाहते थे कि कोरोना है ही नहीं, पता नहीं कैसे लोग कह रहे हैं कहाँ है, कुछ नहीं होगा. लेकिन जब उनके अपने घरों में आ गया या उनको खुद को इन्फेक्शन हो गया या प्रॉब्लम हो गई, हॉस्पिटल जाना पड़ गया, तब एकदम से बहुत ज़्यादा घबराहट और रिएक्शन और ये सब चीज़ें हुई. तो डिनायल मोड में नहीं जाना है, चीज़ों को समझना है, उनको स्वीकार करना है. और जैसे हमारे साथ शेयर किया डॉक्टर वाजपेयी ने कि अपना टारगेट्स सेट करके अपना अपना इनपुट के हिसाब से रियलाइजेबल जो टारगेट्स हैं उनको लेकर के चलें और टू मैनी एक्सपेक्टेशंस नहीं रखें. मेरे फ्रेंड हैं, हमारे से सीनियर हैं, इज़ 70+, और एक छोटे फ्लैट में रहते हैं. तो उनसे बात हो रही थी, उन्होंने बताया कि मैं वॉक करने के लिए बाहर नहीं जा सकता, लिफ्ट में जाने में बहुत सारे रेस्ट्रिक्शन भी थे, उनको लगता था इन्फेक्शन का डर भी है, तो नहीं जाएं. तो अपने अपार्टमेंट के अंदर ही वो रहते थे, लेकिन उन्होंने बताया कि डेली 10,000 to 15,000 स्टेप्स वो हर रोज़ वॉक करते हैं और फ्लैट के अंदर ही वॉक करते हैं. तो उन्होंने स्वीकार कर लिया कि वॉक करना है मुझे और यहीं वॉक करना है, टू एंड फ्रो करना है. तो उसमें उनको ख़राब नहीं लगता था कि देखिए कैसा समय आ गया कि मैं वॉक करने भी नहीं जा सकता और बाहर नहीं निकल सकता. तो ये एप्टीट्यूड का चेंज है. तो थोड़ा इस तरह का जो चेंजेस हैं और जो साइकोलॉजिकल वेलबींग का एरिया है, ये डोमेन है, इसको हम फर्दर बिल्डअप कर सकते हैं. इसमें लर्न करने के लिए जो इंट्रोडक्टरी बातें आप लोगों ने आज सीखी हैं और कुछ प्रैक्टिकल लेसन्स आप लोगों ने सीखे हैं, they will help you in taking this area forward and accepting, looking at things from different perspective. हमारे जो धर्म ग्रंथ हैं, जैसे रेफरेंस स्पीकर ने भी दिया, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हमारे गुरुओं ने, हमारे टीचर्स ने, हमारे सोसाइटी ने वो एब्जॉर्ब की हैं, वो इम्बाइब की हैं और अपनी नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को देने की कोशिश करते हैं. जैसे हमारे पेरेंट्स का रेफरेंस बार बार आ जाता है इस बारे में. तो ये एक सब्जेक्ट की तरह से, एक वेल रिसर्च टॉपिक की तरह से आपको एक होलिस्टिक जानकारी दी गई और इसके लिए आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट all of us, especially the younger ones, have been more benefited, though each one of us has been equally benefited, I will say. So thank you, Madhulika, so much for being with us and so generously devoting your time and willingly participating, volunteering to, deliver these talks to our students. So
Pleasure,
once
sir.
again, I convey my appreciation and thanks to you and all the organizers, especially the Director of Students Welfare and his team, Dr. G.D. Singh, and all the participants who are here and senior officers. So thank you very much. We keep on board and we participate
sir.
actively in the third lecture also. We'll be looking forward to that. And till then, we'll have more programs. See you later. Now things are improving. Hope the students will be on campus.